I didn't wake up that morning expecting my marriage to end over a text message, but life has a way of choosing its own timing. I was already at work, coffee gone cold, phone face down, when it buzzed again. I assumed it was a delivery notification or a missed call. Instead, it was my wife, Meredith. We'd been married 12 years. Not perfect, but solid, or at least I thought so. Her message was blunt, casual, almost bored, as if she were announcing a grocery run, not detonating a life. The text read, "I'm my ex's personal assistant now. If you don't like it, leave my house." No explanation, no context, no concern, just that. I stared at the screen longer than I'd like to admit, reading it again and again, waiting for sarcasm to appear, for a follow-up message to say she was joking. Nothing came. My chest tightened, not from anger, but from disbelief. It was the confidence in her words that unsettled me most. Meredith and I had a history built on practicality. I'm Adrian, 44, project manager, steady income, predictable routines. She always said she liked that about me. Stability, reliability. I paid the mortgage, handled repairs, showed up. When her previous relationship ended years before we met, she described it as chaotic, immature, exhausting. I believed her. I believed I was different. That belief felt foolish now, sitting alone at my desk, rereading a message that erased me so easily. At first I tried logic, personal assistant. Maybe it was temporary, maybe it was administrative work, but her ex wasn't just anyone. His name was Callum. She mentioned him rarely, always dismissively. A phase, a mistake. And now she worked for him, closely, personally. Then there was the house part, my house. I paid the down payment. My name was on the mortgage. Yet she claimed ownership without hesitation. That wasn't impulsive, that was rehearsed. I didn't reply immediately. Not because I didn't care, but because I suddenly understood something important. The text wasn't an invitation to discuss. It was a declaration, a power move. She wasn't asking how I felt. She was daring me to react. For years, I had smoothed over conflicts, absorbed discomfort, told myself compromise was maturity. In that moment, clarity settled in. This wasn't about her job. It was about respect, and mine had quietly vanished. When I got home that evening, Meredith wasn't there. The house felt staged, like a showroom no one lived in. I sat at the kitchen table, phone in hand, scrolling back through our last few conversations. Short replies, delayed responses. I noticed patterns I'd ignored before. Distance disguised as busyness, indifference framed as independence. I realized she hadn't drifted away suddenly. She'd left in increments, long before she made it official by text. She returned late, keys jingling, expression neutral. No apology, no tension, just annoyance. "So," she said, tossing her bag down, "are we going to do this, or what?" I asked her what exactly she meant. She shrugged, said Callum needed someone organized, said it paid well, said I was being dramatic. When I asked about the text, she smiled thinly and repeated it aloud, slowly, like she was proud of it. Something shifted then. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue facts. I just asked one question. "Do you want to be married to me?" She didn't answer right away. That pause told me everything. Finally, she said, "I want my life the way I choose it." That was as close to honesty as I'd get. No reassurance, no denial, just a quiet admission that I no longer fit into her plans. I went upstairs, packed a single bag, and left. No speeches, no slammed doors. She watched from the hallway, arms crossed, as if she'd already won something. I drove to a hotel and slept better than I had in months. The next morning, I contacted a lawyer. I documented everything. I stopped pretending confusion was love. Meredith chose her path. I chose to stop financing my own replacement. Weeks later, mutual friends told me she was overwhelmed, that Callum was demanding, that she felt misled. I listened without comment. The truth was simple. When someone tells you exactly who they are, believe them. She told me in one sentence, and I left.